Peace, family. Hope all is well. Today, I wanted to talk to you guys about car dealerships and deceptive practices in court. And if any of you have gone through anything dealing with a janky car salesman, like a used car dealership, here's where you will learn how to address that in court, family. Here's the scenario, okay? Mr. Brown, a consumer, sues XYZ car dealership for deceptive practices and breach of contract and selling a defective vehicle. Mr. Brown purchased the car that stopped after operating 2 days after the purchase and discovered that the dealership misrepresented the vehicle's condition and included unlawful terms in the sales contract. Representing himself in court, Mr. Brown successfully proves his case through detailed arguments and confidence. I'll be playing the judge, the attorney, as well as Mr. Brown in this scenario, guys. Let's get into it. Story time. Court is now in session. For the case of Mr. Brown versus XYZ car dealership regarding allegation of deceptive business practices. Mr. Brown, you are representing yourself. Please state your case. Thank you, Your Honor. I'm here today because XYZ car dealership engaged in deceptive practices when they sold me a vehicle that was advertised as being in excellent condition. 2 days after purchase, the car broke down completely. Additionally, I discovered that the sales contract included unlawful terms that violated my rights as a consumer. I seek damages for my financial and emotional distress, as well as rescission of the contract. Thank you, Mr. Brown. Counsel for the defense, how do you respond? Your Honor, XYZ car dealership denies all allegations. The vehicle was sold as is, and Mr. Brown was fully informed of this at the time of the sale. Mr. Brown, the burden of proof is on you to provide evidence to support your claims. Proceed. Your Honor, I would like to present Exhibit A, the advertisement for the vehicle. As you can see, it states that the car is in excellent condition. Based on this representation, I trusted that I was purchasing a reliable vehicle. However, I have here the inspection report I obtained after the car broke down. The report reveals pre-existing issues, including a failed transmission and engine damage, which would have been evident prior to the sale. Defense, do you dispute the accuracy of this advertisement or the inspection report? Your Honor, the vehicle was sold as is, which means the buyer assumes all risk. Your Honor, while the vehicle was sold as is, that clause does not protect the dealership from liability for fraud or misrepresentation. Advertising the car as being in excellent condition was clearly misleading and constitutes deceptive practice. Mr. Brown makes a valid point. Misrepresentation nullifies the as-is clause. Your Honor, I would now like to address the sales contract. I have included Exhibit B, a copy of the contract. The contract contains a clause that waives my right to pursue legal action against the dealership. This clause is unlawful under state consumer protection laws, which ensures that buyers retain their rights to hold sellers accountable. Defense, how do you justify the inclusion of such a clause? Your Honor, this clause is standard in our contracts and is intended to encourage arbitration instead of litigation. Your Honor, standard or not, this clause is unenforceable under state law. Sellers cannot contractually waive a consumer's right to legal recourse, and its inclusion in another example of the dealership's disregard for consumer protection law. Defense, Mr. Brown is correct. Such clauses are invalid and do not shield your client from accountability. Your Honor, I would now like to discuss the condition of the vehicle itself. 2 days after purchase, the car completely stopped working. I had to have it towed, and I immediately sought an inspection. Here is Exhibit C, the towing receipt, and Exhibit D, the mechanic's report. The report indicates several pre-existing mechanical issues. including a failed transmission and significant engine damage. These issues were not disclosed to me before the sale. Defense. Was this vehicle inspected before being sold to Mr. Brown? Your Honor, we perform basic inspections on all our vehicles, but we encourage buyers to obtain independent inspections if they have concerns. Your Honor, I trusted the dealership's representation of the vehicle as being in excellent condition. The issues outlined in the mechanic's report were not minor and would have been apparent to the dealership during their inspection. Their failure to disclose these issues is another example of deceptive practices. It appears the dealership did not exercise due diligence in disclosing the vehicle's true condition. Mr. Brown, how have the actions of XYZ car dealership affected you? Your Honor, I used my savings to purchase this vehicle, believing it would provide reliable transportation for my family. When it broke down 2 days later, I was left without a car and had to pay for towing and inspections out of pocket. The financial strain and uncertainty have been incredibly stressful. I trusted XYZ car dealership in good faith, but their actions have shown otherwise. Thank you, Mr. Brown. Your testimony highlights the personal impact of this case. Your Honor, XYZ car dealership has shown a pattern of deceptive practices. They misrepresented the vehicle's condition, included unlawful terms in the contract, and failed to disclose several pre-existing issues. These actions have caused me significant financial and emotional harm. I respectfully request damages for my losses, as well as rescission of the contract. Your Honor, while there may have been errors, we maintain that the vehicle was sold as is, and the plaintiff assumed all associated risk. The evidence and testimony presented by Mr. Brown clearly demonstrates that the dealership acted in bad faith. After reviewing the evidence and hearing testimony, this court finds in favor of the plaintiff, Mr. Brown. XYZ car dealership misrepresented the vehicle's condition, included unlawful terms in the contract, and sold a defective vehicle. The contract is rescinded, and damages in the amount of $25,000 are awarded to the plaintiff for financial losses and emotional distress. Court costs are also awarded to the plaintiff. Thank you, Your Honor. Enjoy your day, Mr. Brown. Meeting adjourned. There you have it, family. All right, family. I hope you guys enjoyed the story, as well as me acting all of those parts so that you can get a more vivid and clear understanding of how to represent yourself in court in a matter such as that. And as you can see here, family, okay, the link is in my bio for the Patreon, okay? Become a free member. Go through these videos along with the PowerPoints and the attachments and scripts and templates that I have for you guys available for free to the public. Now, some key takeaways, okay, to what we just went through today. Be thorough, okay? Collect all relevant documents, including advertisements, contracts, and inspection reports, okay? Understand your rights. Know consumer protection laws that protect against misrepresentation and unlawful contract terms. And one must remain confident, okay? Present a clear, evidence-based argument, okay? It can make all the difference. Not necessarily emotional. You have to stick to the facts, okay? And as well as hold the sellers accountable, okay? Hold the sellers accountable. Business must be adhered to, okay? They must adhere to the laws and ethical practices, okay? So educate yourself on those things. I created this here simply, okay, to provide a detailed and confident approach for all consumers representing themselves in court. All right, guys, I wanted to give you all the juice up front, but I have to put my disclaimer in here. My apologies, I have to do it. This is not financial advice. This is not legal advice. If you are seeking financial or legal advice, I highly encourage you to seek legal or financial counsel immediately. All right, family. All in all, I hope this helps. And I love you guys. Peace. And don't forget, family, we have a free webinar coming up Sunday. All right. It'll be at 2 p.m. Eastern time, and that's February 2nd. All you have to do is comment your email below. Hope to see you there. Peace.